with Coach Princess.
Mama, you're welcome to another beautiful time with your amazing children's coach, Princess Enyinna-Okoro. I am so happy to see you. I'm so happy to be sharing this with you today. As always, you know we always like to come around to have these conversations that will help you improve your Igbo language skills. In today's video, we're going to learn Asusu Igbo using a story that is going to help our Igbo language skills improve and also shape our character. But before we talk about the story, I want you to do those things we like. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you're always aware anytime we drop a video for you. It is our goal that your Igbo skills improve and you also have practice partners. That's why we ask you to share. If you don't share to people you love, people you know, who are those you're going to speak Igbo with? Who are those that will challenge you and inspire you to also start your Igbo journey and take it seriously? You see, so you have no other choice but to like, to share, to subscribe, okay? Now, let's talk about the story. Today's story is titled Mkpụrụ, onye, kụrụ, kụrụ. Mkpụrụ, onye, kụrụ, kụrụ. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you the meaning. I'm going to tell you the meaning at the end of the video. But we can start today's lesson by looking at those keywords we often look at that actually add to our Igbo language vocabulary and also improve our Igbo speaking skills. Remember to practice those keywords with me. And don't forget to read the story as I display it on your screen, right? That's one way to sharpen your skills too. Read the story alongside and prepare to type in your comments when the story is done. Now, let's go to the keywords. Keyword number 1 is ryo arivyo. Say with me, ryo arivyo. It means begged. Do you understand? Ryo arivyo is to beg someone. If I want to use it in a sentence, I can say, ryo ya arivyo. I begged her or I begged him. I'll say it again. I begged her or I begged him. Okay? Don't worry, you still see it in the story, okay? Keyword number 2. Enyemaka. Enyemaka is the Igbo word for help. So if I want to say a sentence, I can say, Nwoke ahụ nyere m aka. That man helped me. That man gave me a helping hand, or he just gave me assistance. Do you understand? So the word enyemaka is like the word for help. The third vocabulary keyword we're learning today is kwughachi ụgwọ. Say with me, kwughachi ụgwọ is a phrase. Kwughachi ụgwọ is the word that is used to mean paying back a debt. Paying back a debt, to repay someone or to pay back a debt that you owe. Do you understand? If I want to make a model sentence, I will say, Nne m ga-akwụghachi ya ụgwọ. Nne m ga-akwụghachi ya ụgwọ. That would mean my mom will pay her back or my mom will pay him back. Do you see? I believe it's easy for you. All right, don't worry. We're going to have more practice times by seeing it in the sentences of the story. And then I hope you're able to also remember that we learned it when we're learning keywords. Now, let's start the story proper. And don't forget to read with me. Otu ụbọchị, otu obere oke nọ na-agagharị n'ime ọhịa egwuregwu. One day, one little rat was going about in the bush in the forest playing. Mgbe ọ na-agbagharị, ọ maghị mgbe o jiri gbafee n'elu imi ọdụm nọ n'ụra. As he was playing and running up and down, he didn't know when he ran across the nose of a lion that was sleeping. Oh my goodness, I'm already scared for that rat. Ụkwụ oke ahụ zọrọ ọdụm mere The fact that the rat stepped on the lion made the lion wake up from his afternoon nap. I can imagine how angry he was, like, who woke me up from my afternoon nap? Ọdụm ahụ dị njikere igbu ya, mana oke ahụ rịọrọ ya arịrịọ maka ndụ ya, sị ya, biko, hapụ m ka m laa, m ga-akwụghachi gị ụgwọ otu ụbọchị. Let me say it in English. So the lion was ready to kill that little rat. Oh, you little rat, how dare you step on my nose and wake me up from sleep? I'm just joking. I can imagine that was what the lion was like. He was just about to just kill the rat. And the rat was now begging. The rat said, please, leave me. Spare my life today. Allow me to go. Don't worry. I will repay you someday. I will pay you back someday. Let me go. Don't mind me. See the way I'm crying and laughing. But you get the point, right? The rat must have been scared and, begging for its life. Now, let's move on. Ọdụm ahụ mechara hapụ ya. Mgbe ụbọchị ole na ole gachara, ọdụm ahụ banyere n'ime ọnya ndị na-achụ nta na-amaghị ama. After a couple of days, the lion fell into the trap of some hunters unknowingly. He unknowingly fell into that trap. Oh my goodness, I can imagine how he felt. Ọdụm ahụ malitere izo onwe ya. Ọ malitere izo onwe ya, mana onweghị ike ịpụta maka na onweghị onye enyemaka. Immediately the lion found out that he had been trapped. He started struggling. Maybe he was roaring, trying to help himself. Do you see? But the more he struggled, the more it was like a futile effort because he had nobody to help him. He was just trapped. Oke ahụ gbafere wee hụ ọdụm ebe ya na ife na-eme, wee malite inye ọdụm aka. Coincidentally, providentially, the rat happened to be passing that same route at that same time, and he saw that same lion trapped in the hunter's trap, and he just knew, I have to help this lion because this lion was the one that actually showed me mercy. And then he decided to help him. Oke ahụ jiziri eze ya wee na-atazi eriri ndị ahụ. Ọ tagidere eriri ahụ ruo mgbe ha niile pụchara. O wee tọhapụ ọdụm. Use his teeth to chew and bite out all the ropes that was in the net where the lion was trapped. Began to chew on those ropes, and he kept chewing until all of those ropes, were shattered enough for the lion to come out. Oh, I can imagine how relieved the lion was. Mgbe ọdụm kelechara ya, ọ gwara ọdụm sị, agwara m gị na otu ụbọchị m ga-akwụghachi gị ụgwọ. Taa bụ ụbọchị ahụ. When the lion was released and they were now in a safe place, he was saying, oh, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, little rat, for rescuing me. I'm so grateful. Oh, my goodness. And the rat said to the lion, I told you that one day I will repay your act of kindness. Today is that day. And the rat went on his jolly way, and the lion went on his way too. Now, it's time for us to talk about what we learned. Ihe mmụta. To start our Ihe mmụta segment, I want you to type in the comments. Some of you, I tell you to type in the comments and you don't type. Type in the comments. Don't you know that if you say it in your heart or you just say it in your house, there's no way I get to read it. I also want to read from you. I want to know what you learned from the story. I want to know what you will start doing from today going forward. I want you to just contribute. I want to read from you, okay? It doesn't matter if your lesson is the same as my lesson. We can still see it from a new perspective when you talk about it. Is that okay? Now, let me share my own Ihe mmụta lessons that we learn from this story. Lesson number 1 is our title. I told you I'm going to talk about our title at the end. Yeah, so we're here now to talk about it. That's lesson number 1. Mkpụrụ onye kụrụ ka ọ ga-aghọ. Mkpụrụ onye kụrụ ka ọ ga-aghọ. It literally means it is the seed that a person sows that they will harvest. What you sow is what you reap. If you sow kindness, it will come back to you. If you sow mercy, it will come back to you. The lion, first of all, started the process by showing mercy to the rat. Little did he know that in a few days from that time, he will also need mercy to be shown to him. And that's the way life is. Sometimes we don't know what will happen or the kind of things that our actions will bring for us. If you look at what you're doing to your friend or to people around you, ask yourself, will I like this thing to be done to me? If yes, then continue doing it. If you know you won't like someone else to do it to you, then don't do it at all. Don't do it at all. Learn to do to other people what you want them to do to you. You can't plant banana here and come back in years to come to reap a pawpaw from that place. You can't plant an apple and come back when the tree has grown to pluck out strawberries or pluck yam, harvest yam from that point. No, it's impossible. It is what you sow that you will reap. Your kindness, your merciful acts, and your good deeds generally come back to you. We can see that with the lion and the rat. Lesson number 2. Ejila ike gị akpagbu onye ọzọ. Don't oppress others with your strength or with the power you have. Some people get power crazy. When they are strong and powerful, they begin to act in unreasonable ways. Some of you have areas of strength that is better than some other person. Some of you are more academically intelligent than your friends. Some of you are physically stronger than your siblings. Some of you are more beautiful or more handsome. Some of you have more toys than people around you. Do not begin to oppress them, insult them, or just manipulate them because of what you have. Learn to see that everything you have, every advantage you have is a blessing. Don't use what you have been blessed with as a tool of oppression for somebody else. Celebrate what you have and learn to help other people with what you have. Do you understand? Don't oppress people. Imagine the lion had said, "You tiny, whiny little rat, why did you climb on my nose? Today I'm going to eat you." What would have become of him? He has used his strength to oppress the tiny little rat, and he may have even died as a result of it, because when it was time for the hunters to get him, they would get him and they would definitely take his life too. Do you understand? So that's it. We have to learn not to use our strength as tools of oppression. Our knowledge, our fame, our resources, whatever it is that we have, don't use it as a tool of oppression. Okay? Lesson number 3. Elelila onye ọzọ anya. Don't look down on other people. There are many people that are fond of looking down on other people. They look down on people because the people are not dressed as well as they are dressed. They look down on people because of how they look, their skin color, or the kind of jobs they do. Don't look down on people. Some of you may be rude to your parents' staff. Your parents have a staff that works for them. Maybe the driver, maybe the chef, maybe the cook, maybe your nanny. It's not okay to be rude. When you're rude to people, you do it because you're looking down on them. You think they're not as good as you, or they don't have what you have. You think it's okay to insult people. That should not be you. I believe that's not you, right? Yes, I know. That can't be you, because you're hearing these things and you're knowing better. When you look at people, always appreciate people for the content of their character, for the skills that they have. Learn to see the good in people. When you see the good in other people, it will help you to stop looking down on them. This person may not have all the money, they may not be as strong, they may not be as educated, they may not be as smart as I am, but they are hardworking. So look at the strengths, look at the good things about them, and appreciate them for that thing that is valuable in their life. I hope you learned something. If the lion had looked down on the rat and said, "You tiny little rat," and the rat says, "I will help you someday, I will repay you someday," and the lion was like, "You tiny little thing, how can you repay me someday? You are too little, I'll just squash you with my toes." But he didn't do that. You see that as tiny as the rat was, his teeth came in handy on the day when the lion needed to be helped. So other people have something that can benefit you, but if you look down on them, you will not harness the skills, the giftings, the help that you could have gotten from them. Have you learned something? I know you have learned something. Okay, clap, 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 clap for me, clap for me, clap for me, clap for me, and clap for yourself for learning something and staying true up to this point. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done it. And if you have not sent me your comments, oh my goodness, I have my eyes on you. I have my eyes on you. Send it now. And if you want to learn Asusu Igbo, we have a robust curriculum for you. We have teachers on standby that will work with you and take you from where you are to where you want to be. We have colorful, beautiful, engaging resources that will keep you, learning and growing in your Igbo skills. All you need to do is send an email to the email address displayed right on your screen, and we will share the next steps with you. All right? Don't forget, na sokwa Igbo. Maka na gini Igbo amaka. Till I come your way next time, I remain your amazing coach, Princess Enyinna-Okoro.
Learn with Coach Princess.